or driving or anything. So anyway, that's an expression that I wouldn't change, frankly.
Okay. So talk about some of the quotations. This one, I think this is it's like a Chinese proverb. Yeah, it's a Chinese proverb. Experience teach. So like experience teaches us valuable lessons. And what the paraphrase says is, you can always learn something from your bad experience, right? Every bad experience is always like a moment to learn, right? Learn from your mistakes. That's another famous saying. And we can see how much longer the paraphrase is from the original, and how how concise the original quote is, and just with 2 words it conveys the right message, right? The message it's trying to send. But with the paraphrase, you get a little something extra. You always learn something from a bad experience. But the original doesn't say if it's good or bad, right? It says like all experiences, good and bad, help us to learn and grow, right? And you can see how in the paraphrase, the meanings kind of changed, and maybe in the original, it would just be better to use the original, right? Because it kind of sends that right message. And looking at this one, life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated, right? That's the and the paraphrase says, it seems life is more difficult, but in reality it is way easier. That's from group 1. And you can see how in the paraphrase, they've moved over the, right, they've changed the back end, the complicated part, into the beginning. So that's a good paraphrase. But I think with the original quotation, you kind of, you highlight the life is really simple, right? So the reader reads that first, like, okay, but what's the next part? And then the following phrase is what kind of makes that quotation. So we can see by just switching it up a little bit, it kind of changes the meaning a little bit, kind of changes our understanding of it. So again, we see how using the original quotation would be much easier, much better for everybody, and the original message is still conveyed. And with this third one, a room without books is like a body without a soul, and the paraphrase, people need knowledge, right? So it's comparing a room and books to a body and a soul, and we see how in the original quotation, again, I think the original paraphrase is a little longer than this, but you see in the original quotation just how much more concise it is, and how we all just can come away with the original meaning, right? So again, we're just kind of highlighting when a quotation is so concise or it's so simple, it's best just to leave it alone, right? And to use that quotation properly is a better move than to try to paraphrase it with extra words or different words that kind of, going to change the meaning of it. Cool. So this is for you guys to keep. Remember, I've left that chart of the recording verbs on the back of this page. This will be very helpful for you when you're using your quotes in your essay. A couple more sections. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, so students, and there was an activity if we had time where you were going to choose something from your from a reading that you're going to use as evidence, and try to explain why you're going to quote it. Okay, so that is something you can do when you're doing your papers. You might decide what can I quote instead of paraphrase. Okay, I dropped the number of paraphrases to 5 because we've only got 2 readings, and you do have a whole section on your own advertisement.